Hello children, today we are going to start our chapter number 1 of class 7, subject computer, log on the MS Access. Now we are going to start. Before starting we have to just put the date. Okay, here we go. Early days computers were used only for mathematical calculations. Now early times, why the people were using the computers? For doing the mathematical calculations. Today computers are used to permanently store data that could be accessed early for future process. Now today people are using computers to store the data permanently, that in future if they want any information they will just process and they will find the information. We can store data in the form of text or Word documents or Excel workbooks. Now how we can store the data in the computers? In the form of text, Word documents or the Excel workbook. Database and its need. Now what is database and what are its needs? We will see. A database is a collection of data that could be easily arranged in a way to give out the desired result. Now what is database? It is the collection of data which could easily arrange in a way to give out the result, whichever result we want. It can be considered as an electronic filing system. Now what it is considered? It is considered as an electronic filing system. The real name of a database arises in situation to store huge amount of data. Now what are the situations arises in database? To store the huge amount of data, for example, add new voters to the list of voters. For that we are going to use the database function. Next, retrieve specific amount of data. If we want to retrieve specific amount of data, then we are going to use this database. For example, get the list of senior citizens from the voters list. From the voters list you have to find the senior citizens, so you are going to use database. Manage a very large amount of data. For example, maintain the complete voter list of a country. Large amount data, what example we have taken? That the complete voter list of the country. Retrieving and managing a very large amount of data manually is an extremely difficult task. For example, if we are retrieving and managing large amount of data, so data is manually an extremely difficult task. So it is very difficult task for us to keep the data or a record. With the use of databases, adding a new record or modifying an existing one can be achieved in few microseconds. Storage, revival and maintenance of data becomes easily and effective. But if we are using database app, okay, then adding a new record or modifying the record which we have, it is very easy and it could be done in very microseconds, and we can just store and retrieve the maintained data, and it is very easy also. Traditional databases are organized by fields, records and files. Now how the traditional databases are organized? By the fields, records and files. A field is a single piece of information, a record is a complete set of fields, a file is a collection of records. Now what is a field? It is a single piece of information. But what is a record? It is a complete set of fields. And what is a file? It is a collection of records. Here example, consider a telephone book file containing a list of records, each having 3 fields, that is the name, address and contact number. These are the 3 fields in a telephone book file. So in the first field we are going to write the name, second we are going to write the address, and third we are going to write the contact numbers. So the headings are in the fields and this is the record. Okay, so you come to know what is the field. It is the single piece of information, and record is a complete set of fields. Okay, and what is a file? In which they are saved. Now here, field, a column in a table that stores the same type of information is called a field. In a column in a table that stores the same type of information, it is called the field. In the above example, name, address and contact are the fields of the table. So in the above example, what is the fields? They are the name, address and contact number. A field is called a key or a attribute. Now what is field called? Key or a attribute. Record. A collection of fields make one record. Now what is record? It is the collection of fields and it makes one record. It stores all information about a single entity. Now what it stores? All the information about a single record. It In the given example, the name, address, contact of a single person make one record. Of one single person, name, address and contact number, it makes a record. Now next we have database model. A database model is a type of data model that determines the manner in which data can be stored, organized and manipulated. Now what does database model shows us? It determines the manner in which we are storing the data. For example, how it is organized or manipulated. There are 4 types of database models available. Now there are 4 types of database models. First is hierarchical model, network relational model, network model or object oriented model. It is the first one, second one, third one and fourth one. These are the types of database models. Next, coming to the page number 7. These models store data in files, but the way they are stored are retrieved in different. Now these are the models that store the files, but they are stored and retrieved in different ways. The most widely used database model is the relational model. Most commonly used is the second one, that is the relational model. A relational model contains data stored in the form of tables that are related to each other. Now, relational database, it contains the data in the form of the tables which they are related to each other. A table is a collection of related data stored in the form of rows and columns. Now, what is a table? A table is a collection of related data which is stored in the form of rows and columns. A key that can be used to uniquely identify a row in a table is called a primary key. Now, what is the key? It helps us to identify the row in a table. Example, list of students registered for different courses are organized in 2 tables. Now, here is a list of students who have just registered themselves in different courses. Here are the 2 tables. First one is of the students and the second one is of the course. Here registration number, serial number, join date and course number. This is the course number, course and the fees. Okay children. Next, in the student table, registration number is the primary key. In this, what is the primary key? The registration number. In the course table, course number is the primary key. In students and the course list, the first list, that is the registration number and course number, are the primary keys. The course number field is the student in the student table called the foreign key of the student table, as it is related to the course number field of the course table. So course number field is the foreign key of the student table, which is related to the course table also. Okay, because it is in the both the tables. Here you can also see course number and the course number in students also and in the course table also. Now, DBMS, database management system. DBMS is a software. So what is the DBMS? It is the software. It helps to create and manage a database. What it helps? It helps in creating and managing the database. It works based on one of the database models described above. Now how it works? It works on the one of the database model which is described in the above. Okay, we have just read about the 4 and one is the only important, that is the relational database model. Now RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. RDBMS is a database management system software that implements the relational model. There are many RDBMS software available. They are MS Access, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server. These are some softwares which are available. Coming to the next page, page number 8, about MS Access. MS Access is a relational database management system. It can be effectively used to create database. It is a part of Microsoft Office suite. Now, this MS Access is a RDMS and it is effectively used to create databases, and it is the part of the Microsoft Office suite also. The MS Access database is made up of, now how it is made up of, it is made of the tables, queries, forms and reports. Now what are the uses of these table, queries, forms and report? They are the main storage containers of the data entered in the database. They stores the main data of the whatever file or the folder. Queries, a query is used to give criteria to view data or to create report. Why the query is used? To give the criteria or to view the data or whatever the report we have made. Queries can sort, calculate, group, filter, join table, update data, delete data, etc. Next, forms. They are the primary interfaces through which the user of the database enter data. These are the primary interfaces through which the user can enter the data. The data accepted through these forms are stored in tables. Whatever the data which the forms get, they are stored in the form of tables. They are designed for on-screen viewing. How they are designed? They are designed for the on-screen viewing. Reports. Reports can be generated by using the data in the table through queries. How the reports are being generated? They can be generated by using the data in the table through queries. They can be printed and viewed, and these reports can be printed also and they can be viewed also. Starting MS Access 2010. Now, how you can start the MS Access 2010? First, click on the Start menu and choose All Programs. Then select Microsoft Office and select Microsoft Access 2010. Then the elements of Access 10 user interface are, what are the elements? They are the ribbon, quick access toolbar, backstage view and navigation panel. Okay, first is the ribbon. Ribbon is the strip of tabs on the top of the program window that contain group of commands. So what is the ribbon? It is the strip of the tabs on the top. Here are the program windows that contains the group of commands. Some tabs like form layout tool and table tool. What are they? They are the form layout tool and the table tool. Appears only when we work with certain objects like form or tables. These tabs are called contextual tabs. They are highlighted in different color from normal tabs. Next is the quick access toolbar. It is located above the ribbon. It helps to perform common action. Default commanders are save, undo and repeat. They are here. Okay. Now backstage view. Now it is the collection of commands under the file tab. Where it is? It is under the file tab. We can open this view by pressing the Alt plus F key. How you can open? By clicking Alt plus F key. The option for opening, saving, printing and viewing the database are given. Last is navigation pan. Navigation pan is the pan on the left side of the Access window. that helps to work the database object. It is at the left side of the window and it helps to work with the database object. Now we have creating a blank database in MS Access. How you can create a blank database? The steps to create a blank database in Access 10 are: start MS Access 10. The first screen will be the backstage view. Next you have to select the file tab and click the new one. The available templates section window opens in the backstage view. After that you have to click on the right in the file name textbook. Type a name of the blank database, then click the browse folder next to the file name. After that, textbook to select and change the location for the database and click OK button. Double click the blank database icon or click create button. This is the creating a database. Here you will find all these options in this. Okay. Next one is Access places the cursor in the first empty cell in the click to add column of the new table. Now by clicking on the adding the columns or the new table, in this you can add the columns or the to create a database. Saving an Access database. The steps to save Access database are: select file tab and click save database as option. The save as dialog box opens. In the file name textbook, type a desired database name and click the save button. Like this, save as option, you will just click this window will open. Here you have to write the name of the file name and then you have to click on the save button. Closing MS Access 2010. To close the MS Access 2010 application, select file tab and click exit option. Here you will just going to select the file option. After saving, you will just at the top here you will just click on the file. In this you will find the exit option. You will just click on it and then the window will close. So we have just read about the log to the MS Access, how we use the database, what are its needs and which one is most important to use nowadays, and how we just create a blank database access, how we just save the file and close the MS Access 2010. So you have to read the chapter 2 times at your home. Thank you.